to me like this. And I'm like, dude, what is your problem? What is wrong with you? He twisted my arm. I said, yes, after 3 months. And I didn't know what to say. You know, public speaking is the biggest fear in the world. Do you know that, public speaking? Okay. And then the second biggest fear in the world is death. So some people would rather die than do what I'm doing up here on stage. You understand? So then, you know, I'm getting up in front of 6, 7 people, and, you know, my palms are sweating, my knees are shaking, and I don't know what's going on. And then I'm looking at them, and they're crying. I'm like, why are you crying? She's like, I was touched. And I'm thinking, okay. They say, can we have your number? I'm like, why would you want my number? Because we want to call you. I said, for what? He said, we think others need to know. I said, know what? He said, your story. I'm like, none of you guys still have a story. These guys are ridiculous. I get calls, can you speak here? Can you speak there? Can you speak here? Can you speak there? My mom was waiting up for me one night, went to a church. Between ages 17 and 19, I spoke 12 times. And I'd come home one night on a Sunday night, my mother was waiting for me. About 11:30. She's like, Nicholas? I said, yes. We need to talk. I said, okay, what's wrong? I'm like, what did I do? How did she find my fingerprints? I don't understand. She said, tell me something. I said, what? She said, what are you doing? I said, what do you mean? These strangers, they come, I've never seen them before, they take you for a couple of hours, you come back, you're smiling, they're crying, and they give you a lot of cash. Like, are you making them feel sorry for you? Like, what the heck, dude? I'm like, I'm speaking. She says, speaking about what? I said, my story. She says, you have a story? I said, I think so. And I don't know what's going on. She's like, but why are they crying? I said, I don't know. They just touched. But I didn't know how many people needed hope. And I got up in front of a 300 group of sophomore students at a public school where the J word is a swear word. I don't want to get handcuffed. And I got up. And within 7 minutes, half the girls are crying. One girl in the middle of the room started weeping. Everyone looked at her. She slowly put up her hand. And she said, I'm so sorry to interrupt your speech, but can I please just come up and give you a hug? And I said, sure. She came up. She cried on my shoulder and she whispered in my ear, thank you. No one's ever told me that they love me. No one's ever told me that I'm beautiful the way that I am. And I actually believe that you do love me. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to be a worldwide speaker. And that was the moment of inception for vision. The Bible says a man without vision, what? Dies. What is your vision? If you haven't written down your vision, I doubt you actually believe in your vision. If you haven't even written it down. So I thought to myself, I'm ready, let's go. Let's go. Now at that time, I looked back. I thought, wow, what a life journey. What a life journey. Let's see is that the first photo? Let's do that. Let's go through all the photos. What do we got here? There, this is my dad, Boris, my mother, Dushka. She was a nurse, he was a cost accountant. Next photo. This is me. Short little guy. Next. That's my dad, my first wheelchair. You see how excited I am? Next. This is me. Next. This is me at school. Now at school I got bullied and teased so much, but I was actually the first disabled student not to be segregated, but actually included in the mainstream school system. Because my parents had a vision. God, we don't know what you have for him. We have no idea what you have for him, but you do. So help us to help him see. My mom went to the education system, changed the law successfully in 1989. My mom and dad are heroes. Okay? That's my brother Aaron. Love him. Next is our family. Next is me getting baptized at age 19, became a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Next, that's me and my brother later. We had $28,000 cash with us. I'll tell you how we got that. We went to South Africa. I spoke 36 times in 9 days, raised another $30,000. We gave away 60 to 65 grand to orphans in South Africa. Next, Richard Branson, be creative in your giving. If you want to impact the world, you can have more influence if you have more money, right? I don't actually think that I agree with a lot of Sir Richard Branson's philosophies of life. Nor do I like a lot of things that I found out about him. Sorry, Sir Richard Branson, if you're watching, but I admired a lot about how he helped Africa creatively with getting through the corruption in Africa. Amazing entrepreneur, amazing success story, beautiful story. Next, John Burley on the right. I'll tell you about John Burley because that's part of the story. Next, and this house. Let's stop there. So go back to John Burley real quick. John Burley's book, Money Secrets of the Rich, was something that I actually read at age 17. I read it twice. It changed my life. And in real estate, we understand that you can go to a 9-to-5 job, but you can also do a 9-to-5 job and have real estate on the side. In hindsight, everyone say in hindsight.
Hindsight.
In hindsight, now that we know what we know about the last 4 years of our life and real estate market, the worst thing you could have done at this point is put aside $100,000 to continue to pay off your home. Because that $100,000 could actually have been a really good deposit on a rental property that doubled in price, and you, instead of just paying off a $100,000 home that you can't sell, that you can't realize the gain on, you actually can cash in on real estate that went double, make $100,000 net-ish in hindsight, right? And then that $100,000 plus $100,000, now you got $100,000 that paid off the house, and then you got $100,000 for your next property. Very interesting. I'm not saying don't pay off your home, but let me tell you, I would not have been able to pay off my $1 million home without real estate portfolios on the side. Do you understand? When cash is cheap, you lock in interest rates. They're going up. The financial background, my dad taught me about real estate early on. He said, Ned, you need to make $1 million pretty quick because no one's going to probably hire you. You need to have your own company. Go into accounting, go into financial planning, get employees to be your hands and feet. Okay? He said, use your mind. Here's the stock market, Nick. At age 16, my dad loved how much I love the stocks. My dad was at his 9-to-5 job, calling me on the phone. What's going on in the market, son? What's going on in the market? I'm trading 100G of my dad's. My dad took a cash loan against the bank, against his house. He was the aggressive one in risk. My mom was super ultra conservative. I was more on my dad's side. We'd make 10% trades. Then I learned about options. I spent $3,000, my mom thought I was nuts, $3,000 on a trading class, technical analysis, okay? It's the charting, it's stuff that you see on the chart, lines called support, resistance, trends, and I learned the basics. Then I went into options. I was making 20% a trade. You want to know where I actually made my most money last year? Stocks. You know you can make money when the stocks go down. It's interesting. And I'll never forget, I was on this cycle in Australia. There's only 27 million people in Australia. And it's amazing. So it's not like crazy volatile. And I found this one stock. And I actually saw it opened at 73 cents, it goes down to 72, and by 1:30 p.m., it goes to 74, and then closes at 73. For 3 months straight, at 8:35 in the morning, I'm at college, and I buy at 72, put an order to sell, it automatically sells at 1:30-ish p.m. Every single day, like clockwork for 3 months. You know how much I put in there? About $4,000. I'm making more money in that 5 minutes than my friends were making in their local $10 an hour, $8 an hour. 5 minutes. I thought it was cheating. It was like, how come not everybody knows this? Oh my goodness. So stocks was a backbone for me. That first house, this was my first home that I purchased for $202,000, sold it for $304,000 in 12 months. Which 19-year-old do you know made $100,000 in 12 months? We did this 20 years ago. I'm not trying to tell you something that you can say, oh, I want that. That previous photo of John Burley, I went to his boot camp.